Lesson 13. The Greenwood Boys. First listen and then answer the question. Why will the police have a difficult time? The Greenwood Boys are a group of pop singers. At present, they are visiting all parts of the country. They will be arriving here tomorrow. They will be coming by train, and most of the young people in the town will be meeting them at the station. Tomorrow evening, they will be singing at the Workers' Club. The Greenwood Boys will be staying for 5 days. During this time, they will give 5 performances. As usual, the police will have a difficult time. They will be trying to keep order. It is always the same on these occasions. Lesson 14. Do you speak English? First listen and then answer the question. Did the young man speak English? I had an amusing experience last year. After I had left a small village in the south of France, I drove on to the next town. On the way, a young man waved to me. I stopped and he asked me for a lift. As soon as he had got into the car, I said good morning to him in French, and he replied in the same language. Apart from a few words, I do not know any French at all. Neither of us spoke during the journey. I had nearly reached the town when the young man suddenly said, very slowly, "Do you speak English?" As I soon learned, he was English himself. Lesson 15. Good news. First listen and then answer the question. What was the good news? The secretary told me that Mr. Harmsworth would see me. I felt very nervous when I went into his office. He did not look up from his desk when I entered. After I had sat down, he said that business was very bad. He told me that the firm could not afford to pay such large salaries. 20 people had already left. I knew that my turn had come. Mr. Harmsworth, I said in a weak voice. Don't interrupt, he said. Then he smiled and told me I would receive an extra £1,000 a year. Lesson 16. A polite request. First listen and then answer the question. What was the polite request? If you park your car in the wrong place, a traffic policeman will soon find it. You will be very lucky if he lets you go without a ticket. However, this does not always happen. Traffic police are sometimes very polite. During a holiday in Sweden, I found this note on my car. Sir, we welcome you to our city. This is a no parking area. You will enjoy your stay here if you pay attention to our street signs. This note is only a reminder. If you receive a request like this, you cannot fail to obey it. Lesson 17. Always young. First listen and then answer the question. Why doesn't Aunt Jennifer tell anyone how old she is? My Aunt Jennifer is an actress. have to take part in a new play film. This time, she will be a girl of 17. In the play, she must appear in a bright red dress and long black stockings. Last year, in another play, she had to wear short socks and a bright orange-colored dress. If anyone ever asks her how old she is, she always answers, "Darling, it must be terrible to be grown up." Lesson 18. He often does this. First listen and then answer the question. What had happened to the writer's bag? After I had lunch at a village pub, I looked for my bag. I had left it on a chair beside the door, and now it wasn't there. As I was looking for it, the landlord came in. "Did you have a good meal?" he asked. "Yes, thank you," I answered. "But I can't pay the bill. I haven't got my bag." The landlord smiled and immediately went out. In a few minutes, he returned with my bag and gave it back to me. "I'm very sorry," he said. My dog had taken it into the garden. He often does this. Lesson 19. Sold out. First listen and then answer the question.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you.
When will the writer read the play?
Follow me, everyone.
The play may begin at any moment, I said. It may have begun already, Susan answered. I hurried to the ticket office. "May I have 2 tickets, please?" I asked. "I'm sorry, we've sold out," the girl said. "What a pity," Susan exclaimed. Just then, a man hurried to the ticket office. "Can I return these 2 tickets?" he asked. "Certainly," the girl said. I went back to the ticket office at once. "Could I have those 2 tickets, please?" I asked. "Certainly," the girl said. "But they're for next Wednesday's performance. Do you still want them?" "I might as well have them," I said sadly. Lesson 20. One man in a boat. First listen and then answer the question. Why is fishing the writer's favorite sport? Fishing is my favorite sport. I often fish for hours without catching anything. But this does not worry me. Some fishermen are unlucky. Instead of catching fish, they catch old boots and rubbish. I am even less lucky. I never catch anything, not even old boots. After having spent whole mornings on the river, I always go home with an empty bag. You must give up fishing, my friends say. It's a waste of time. But they don't realize one important thing. I'm not really interested in fishing. I am only interested in sitting in a boat and doing nothing at all. Lesson 21. Mad or not? First listen and then answer the question. Why do people think the writer is mad? Airplanes are slowly driving me mad. I live near an airport, and passing planes into use. Over 100 people must have been driven away from their homes by the noise. I am one of the few people left. Sometimes I think this house will be knocked down by a passing plane. I have been offered a large sum of money to go away, but I am determined to stay here. Everybody says I must be mad, and they are probably right. Lesson 22. A glass envelope. First listen, and then answer the question. How did Jane receive a letter from a stranger? My daughter, Jane, never dreamed of receiving a letter from a girl of her own age in Holland. Last year, we were traveling across the channel, and Jane put a piece of paper with her name and address on it into a bottle. She threw the bottle into the sea. She never thought of it again, but 10 months later, she received a letter from a girl in Holland. Both girls write to each other regularly now. However, they have decided to use the post office. Letters will cost a little more, but they will certainly travel faster. Lesson 23. A new house. First listen, and then answer the question. Why is the new house special? I had a letter from my sister yesterday. She lives in Nigeria. In her letter, she said that she would come to England next year. If she comes, she will get a surprise. We are now living in a beautiful new house in the country. Work on it had begun before my sister left. The house was completed 5 months ago. In my letter, I told her that she could stay with us. The house has many large rooms and there is a lovely garden. It is a very modern house, so it looks strange to some people. It must be the only modern house in the district. Lesson 24. It could be worse. First listen, and then answer the question. Had the writer's money been stolen? I entered the hotel manager's office and sat down. I had just lost 50 pounds and I felt very upset. I had the money in my room, I said, and it's not there now. The manager was sympathetic, but he could do nothing. Everyone's losing money these days, he said. He started to complain about this wicked world, but was interrupted by a knock.
Follow me, everybody. See you soon. Follow me, everybody. See you soon.
I found this outside this gentleman's room.
Goodbye. See you soon. Bye bye.